Hey there! So, I wanted to show you something. This is my first ukulele. It's a Baritone Harmony that I found at a yard sale. Love this ukulele. I've been extremely unkind to it, but I've tried to be nicer as the years go on. A while ago, I stumbled across this string set that I kind of have messed around with ever since then. South Coast Strings sold it originally, but then they stopped making it. And it's a set for baritone ukulele. I was too lazy is not the right word, to kind of embrace wrapping my brain, as I was a failed guitar player, and so wrapping my brain around ukulele in the C tuning, GCEA, took enough energy that to have a baritone ukulele, which was basically the bottom four strings of a guitar, just kind of perpetuated my constant confusion when I needed to move fast and get the next chord. So I really had to dedicate myself to GCEA. And as anyone knows who's ever had a baritone and tried to put GCEA strings on them, they just don't feel right. A lot of people say that baritone is kind of, some people look at it askance. I still love my baritone very much. And I wanted something that would work a little better, but allow me to keep the same fingerings and play, with my pals and be able to cheat by looking at their fingers, even if they were playing soprano or something else in a C tuning. And so the answer is this low tuning, which is sort of a custom set at this point, which is dealt with in this article in Ukulele Player in Ukulele Magazine that Heidi Swedberg wrote. So the simplest way, and I enjoyed baffling Heidi and Daniel about this years ago by sending them a set of these strings and then getting a phone call after a while from them saying, now what order did they go in? Because it can be really confusing. But so the easiest way of thinking it, this is GCEA, GCEA, our good old friends GCEA. But if you want the simplest way that I could think of to think of it is the C is the same as a normal ukulele, in C tuning, of course. And then all the other three strings, 4, 2, and 1, are all dropped an octave. So here, if I octave fret those, you get a really familiar sound. That sound familiar? Then I drop them all an octave, and you get this lush sound. This is a sound that is preferred by my family often when we go on trips. If I take several ukuleles along, they are secretly wishing, I believe, for me to bring this one. And I sometimes call it a bass ukulele, not to be confused with a ukulele bass, because the tone is so low. So, if you want to know what the strings are, I'm constantly kind of monkeying around with this, but I use guitar strings, mostly Diodario strings, to try to get the right ones. And so, what I'm messing with currently is these are nylon classical guitar strings. So messing around with approximately a 37, a .037 for the fourth string for the top, for the G. The C string is a 30 nylon string, more approximately. Now, here's where it gets crazy, right? So the E string is the lowest note on here, right? And it's a wound string. So in this case, the E string is a wound string, which I have used a 35 wound. You can even try to use a guitar fifth string. You can try that and see how that works. And then the bottom string, the first string, is a 35 nylon string also. And that's how you get this sound. This extremely relaxing sound. maybe you'll mess around with yours if you've got a baritone that's collecting dust, or you just want to try something different with it. I know I love mine for many, many years. So I hope that this helps shed some light on the part that I played in Heidi Swedberg's article in Ukulele Magazine, which is about alternative tunings, where I am in the company of giants. So I'm grateful for that, and grateful to sort of share maybe some new fun thing for you to do with your baritone ukulele. And maybe if you've got a spouse or family member that's tired of hearing the sort of shrill, higher ukulele sound, you maybe can surprise and delight them with what I call the bass ukulele. Take care and keep strumming.